Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the first video of building of a real life project which I named GeoWhisper. So let me quickly show you a brief intro of what the project is. This is simply the landing page, and if we go to the main section, then anyone can write anything on the current location. So let me just show you really quick. So once I click on this, we need to allow the location access, and once we give the location access, it will try to send the data, and the data is being sent. And anyone can just filter out the messages close to the location, like this is close to the 660 meter vicinity range. So if I just click on get the nearby messages, so these are all the messages that are nearby the location. Then you can see I have shown the distance and the time and the messages that was posted. So this is a simple project. So this video is going to be about database structure and how I keep the data, what extension do I use to like save this and to save the location in the database, and how I'm filtering on the radius. Am I getting all the data and filtering on the local user system, or I am filtering on the database side? So all these I will cover in this video. So let's jump directly to the Supabase dashboard. So here I am in the dashboard, and this is my project. So in this you can see, if I just show you the database section, so here you can see all the tables. So I have created a schema named as Geo. So in this schema we just have two tables, that is notes and special reference. And wait, let me show you the schema visualizer of Supabase, so how powerful it is. So you can just visualize the schema of the tables, how the data is arranged. So this is the notes table, and the ID is normal integer primary key. Then we have a message to store the text that user types in, and then we have a location, which is a type of geography. This is not a native type, I will explain about it. And then we have created it, which is timestamp with the time zone, timestamp TZ. So let's move to let me first show you the extensions which I am using. So this is the PostGIS extension. Like this extension basically provide all the geometry and geographical special types and functions. So where do I find all this? I go to the Supabase documentation, and then they have a section named as PostGIS, that is geo queries. So here they have explained all about like what data type you should use for storing the location, for storing the latitude, longitude. So we will cover all this in upcoming videos. I will attach the URL in the description also. You can have a look from there. So let's go back to the extensions part. Then we just need to turn on the extension from here. I won't be turning it off. So once we turn it on, we can go to our tables and then choose the schema, and then let me show you the type. Let's create a new column. Let's name is location, and if we just see here, we get the type geometry, which is presentation of the planar coordinate system, that is latitude and longitude. So let me also show you how the actual table is stored, right? That is really interesting to see. So if I go to the geo table and I go to the notes table, so here you can see the location. Just focus on the location. The location is stored in this way. If I can show you, wait a second. So the dashboard is not rendering it, I don't know why. So this is the format in which Supabase used to store the x and y coordinate encoding, like it's the encoding PostGIS extension used. So let me show you how am I using to get the messages in the vicinity of some radius. So for this I have created a function named as nodes in bounding rect. What it is doing is it is taking in the minimum latitude, minimum longitude, maximum latitude and maximum longitude, and then just giving out the data that is lying inside that box. So what is going on is I have a function which is taking in minimum latitude, maximum latitude and minimum longitude and maximum longitude. These are plane, right? So we have points on it. Let's say this is a point, then this is a point, then this is a point, and this is a point, right? Let's say we have these 4 points. So this is the x-axis and this is our y-axis. So on x-axis we have the longitude. So if we represent this, let's say this is x, this is the minimum of both, right? X minimum, y minimum. Okay, let me do this. If you go here, this and this, these are 4, let's say these are 4 points in our 2D axis. So this is x minimum, y minimum, then this would be x is again minimum but y is maximum, and in this x is also maximum, y is also maximum, and in this case x is maximum but y is minimum, right? So these are 4 things here, these both are minimum. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So if you just combine these points and form a rectangle around it, so now what we got is, if we have any axis between this, like any coordinate that is lying in this rectangle, we can say like this belongs to the like this is in the vicinity of that. So let's say we have this point here, right? We need to let's say a user is sitting here. He have x and y. Let me, if I can just show you, this person is having a x and a y. So if we need to find a distance around it, that is it in around, let's say 100 meter. So this is, let's say 100 meter. If we just can form a circle around it, then if we just say it, like we can represent this in for like the maximum it can have in terms of x-axis, in terms of y-axis, and minimum it can have in terms of x-axis, in terms of y-axis. Though there will be some error rate, but that is okay for us, I guess. So this is the basic idea of about finding a point in between of so this is the basic idea of finding the coordinates that lie inside a geometry. Like if we are given 2 points, so we have x and y axis, then we can find the maximum latitude, minimum latitude, maximum longitude, minimum longitude on basis of this radius. So there are some equations to get the distance and all. So for that, not the distance, so there are some equations that can be used to find all these things. So I will explain this in the upcoming videos, but for now this is the basic idea of what is going on in the application and how we are storing the data and how we are getting the data. So if we have these 4 points, we can get the nodes that lie between these, right? So this is the idea how I'm just filtering out at the database level. So all this is happening at the database level. So if you go to the documentation that Supabase provides us, they have given us a function which is basically finding all the points within a bounding box. So this is the function that I have used. So it's not similar, but it's something similar to this. I will show you the function also. Wait, if I can just show you. Yeah, so this is the function that I'm using. Then we can just use a RPC call in Supabase to call this function and get everything from it. One more thing I want to show, if I go to the project settings and go to the API section, then we need to expose the geo schema, right? So we need to add it in the expose schema section. And that's it. I am not using RLS in this video because we are using SSR. I said we won't be using SSR, but we have to use that because like I was not having that much time to set up the RLS and all. We will cover RLS in a separate video, and then we can just add some policies on it. If you see, I have the RLS enabled, but it is basically just giving permission to all, to insert and to select. If I just show you this, I am giving permission to insert and select for everyone. So this is the basic idea of the project. So we will be covering more about the project in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned. If you like the video, to hit the like button, and for more such content, to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I release a new video.